This episode of the Ground Away podcast is brought to you by Coastal Breathwork. It's a safe, welcoming space where we help people regulate their nervous systems using the power of their breath. Whether you're feeling stressed, anxious, burnt out, struggling with sleep, or just constantly stuck in the fight or flight mode, breathwork is a simple but incredibly powerful tool to help you slow down, reset, and reconnect with yourself. It's something everyone does every day, but very few of us do it in a way that actually supports our well-being. G'day and welcome to episode 6 of the Ground Away podcast. Been a long time, Podge. Welcome back.
Has been a while, yeah.
Yeah.
Thought you'd been dead.
When was it? I think October or November.
November
Yeah. Was our last episode, but we're here now. We're back. We've had a lot of people asking sort of what's been going on and when it's coming back, and finally got to it. So we're excited this time round that we'll be having sort of episode sponsors. Well, that's the plan. We've got one for this one at least, and that's Coastal Breathwork Warrnambool, who you've already heard about. Brooke, Luke's lovely partner, Brooke, started a new business.
Yeah, started a bit of a gig and doing some good stuff.
All going well. So, thanks to Brooke for supporting us with this and the giveaway last week. So, it's going to look a little bit different. We've got a few new segments. It'll be a lot more listener interactive, which is exciting. So, pretty keen for that to happen. So like I said, we're sort of looking for segment or pod sponsors if there's anyone out there that want to jump on board. And we don't expect too much at all. It's just we're more than happy to support local businesses, small businesses, whatever it may be. So
we give a bit of a shout out to Brooke about what she does for the listeners, and
so you'll hear at the start of the pod when I edit all my stuff in around the Coastal Breathwork stuff. But Brooke did leave me a little bit of a spiel around what sort of the business looks like for her. So Coastal Breathwork is a safe and welcoming space where Brooke helps people regulate their nervous system using the power of their own breath. Whether you're feeling stressed, anxious, burnt out, struggling with sleep, or just consistently stuck in fight or flight mode, breathwork is a simple but incredibly powerful tool to help you slow down, reset, and reconnect with yourself. It's something everyone does every day, but very few of us do it in a way that actually supports our well-being. So that's a brief bio of sort of what it's about. It's not as deep or as intense as the 9D stuff, but I've done one session with Brooke and I got a little bit out of it, but I probably could get more. I didn't go in with the right mindset that time, so I'm looking forward to doing another one. But you've done a few with Brooke.
Oh, I've only done one, so wasn't too bad. It was probably a little bit hard on my aspect listening there to the partner talking you through it, but I suppose I went in with a positive mindset on it, and I actually did. I felt a lot lighter the next day. I noticed I had a really good sleep, for that remainder of that week. Sort of super chilled. It was I love being on the Yarndie.
It is very it is chill, very relaxing. So I really enjoyed the music that's involved with it and that sort of stuff. So, so thanks to Brooke at Coastal Breathwork. But, so you would have heard in the last few earlier pods, sort of when we got going, that I'd sort of, I was sort of signing off with, if it keeps you here, talk about it. And that I still stand by that. That means a lot to me, but we've sort of rebranded a little bit and we've gone more a little bit, I guess that's probably more us. And, we love our mates, love having a yarn, and we love sort of helping each other out. So we've come up with the new sort of slogan for Grounded, I suppose it is, and we're going with check on your mates, have the yarn, share the load. So, yeah, I think I didn't really speak to Podge much about that, but we feel like that connects. We had a brief message exchange and feel like that's probably more us. So, yeah, you'll see that on the merch and stuff once that gets going.
And definitely, like it's probably one of them things, Corey. It's if you look back to your journey, if you hadn't have shared your load, like God knows where you would have been at that point. Yeah, I still think about that phone call, but it's it's like it is. You've opened up, shared the load, you had someone there in your corner fighting for you. So.
Yeah, 100%, and and that's the thing. You'll hear us speak about. I share a lot of stuff, obviously, separate to this, but it's about if I can do one or two little things that'll help you out. Oh shit, what's going on here? Hang on. Fucking hell, I knew this had happened. I think it's still right. The screen just bloody. No, we're still recording. The screen just drops off. All good.
Technical issues.
Yeah, just technical issues. You know what it's like. I've been stressing all day. But if I can pick up some of what you're carrying and help you out, well then, that's what we're about. So, so that's sort of probably a bit of our I guess brand now. But yeah, it's I've got new segments. We plan on getting to a few events and stuff like that, and getting a bit of sort of logging some stuff and sharing a bit more of what we get up to, whether that's camping, a rodeo, shearing events, or anything. So I look forward to getting that, and we'll collaborate with a lot of people, a lot of organisations, and we've got some guests coming on, which is exciting. So I know last time we put a lot of pressure. Well, I put a lot of pressure on probably myself, but we sort of tried to get one out a week or one a fortnight, which just in reality is not going to work. So I think we'll plan on doing a couple a month, and then if we get the opportunity to record another one, well, then we've got one in the bank that we can schedule up for when we're busy. So we'll just the guests will just, that all depends on when we can all get together and make it work. So we've got a couple local ones that will jump on and we can get them recorded. I haven't put it to Brooke yet, but I'll be keen to get Brooke on for, whether it's only a quick short one around her new journey with her breathwork business. So, excited for that. But, that's sort of where we've been, what we've been up to, but we'll sort of jump into a check-in. How have you been tracking Podge? Probably more so how you're going at the moment, because we'll hear about sort of how we've been and what's been going on. So
no drama. Bloody, I don't know. I had a bit of a shake-up over Christmas with employment and stuff like that. But then before I know it, we're like, what are we? We're 8 months in.
Yeah,
it's just ticked over August. So I know, punching along. Fucking shit's going all right, I suppose. Yeah,
good. Yeah, you're sort of back with Empower now.
Yeah, so back where started my community services role, and back doing, I suppose, supporting the youth and
doing what you love.
Yeah, doing what I love.
Yeah, that's good. We'll probably get to a bit sort of where we've been to where we are now soon. But me, I guess I've been pretty open the last few weeks or last month or so around when I've got back on board with the social stuff, that I haven't been travelling too great. I'm getting by fucking step by step, one foot in the other, still sort of going okay, but just, back shearing now, so and cutting a bit of wood, and the weather's not really allowing for that. And, the shearing season's pretty much dead. Like I said to someone the other day, that like when I was shearing 5 years ago, like you'd still pick up a couple of days a week this time of year, but it's completely fucked.
Yeah, well, sheep numbers are not around and that, and that's been your biggest bloody hurdle at the moment is, no finances, you don't actually have something to keep your mind active, you don't have a purpose to get up and get going every day.
Yeah.
You've got insecurities about stepping out, getting other work because of, where your journey you've been on recently, but, you still want to keep that focus on the shearing, get yourself going there. So, you know, you just got to keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
You know?
And, yeah, like I know it'll turn because shearing's good money and, once we hit the main season, I'll be right. But it's just, getting probably through to the end of September, mid-September. And
then you'll be sucking your sore.
Yeah, I'll be whinging that I'm working every day and too much. But, scraping through at the moment. But fuck, it is what it is and we'll make it work. But I've had plenty of people reach out offering work and it is, you're right, it's one of those things that probably carrying a bit of trauma from me last job that I don't want to sort of jump into something else, especially in that field anyway at the moment. But we'll see where that takes us.
Heard a good metaphor the other day. You've got to look at life like you're sitting in the driver's seat of a car. And I looked at the person, I'm like, and I use this with my young fellas a bit at the footy club. And I looked at him and I'm like, what's that mean? What's that look like? He said, well, let's have a look at the world. He said, sitting in the driver's seat of the car, he said, where's your biggest vision? I'm like, I don't know. Out the windscreen. He goes, that's right. He goes, what do you see in the rear vision mirror? I said, everything behind you. And he goes, well, how big's the rear vision mirror? And I said, I don't know, about this big. And he said to me, he goes, that's right. He goes, that's all you can see in the rear vision mirror. He said, you should be looking out that windscreen, looking forward.
That's a good metaphor, yeah.
Yeah, it is a bit of a metaphor, especially with young fellas get a bit chewed up at the club, like, in my team. And, I'll just I'll actually lean on that. That's
I need to fucking...
Very simple.
So what Katie fucking gets into me because I chuck out all this advice to listeners and whatever, and she's like, do you like...
You probably need to take the fucking rear vision mirror off. Just drive forward.
Yeah, she's like, do you fucking listen? Do you listen to what you say, like what you're telling others? Like, do you do it yourself? I'm like, well, no. But
because you're too focused on everyone else.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I just want to make sure everyone else is all right.
I think we all do that.
Yeah. But anyway,
What's the next one?
Hey?
What's the next one? What are we up to?
Well, I'll just go back to one thing, and I haven't spoke to you much about this because, like, I haven't slept the last few days because I'm just that keen to get this going again. And
right.
But I briefly mentioned, I might have sent through to you around, I want to start a movement. So
it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah. So, well, you just think back to, I don't know, when it was a few years ago, maybe 5 or 10 years ago now, that there was that movement with people getting the semicolon for, I think it was they'd lost someone to suicide or they were suffering.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it was for. I honestly didn't do any research on it, but I do remember it. But I wanted to sort of shadow something like that and start a movement, and I've got something in the pipeline that I won't disclose tonight. I'll disclose to you off air.
Yeah.
Because I want to share to the listeners maybe later in the week. But my idea is I want to utilise the foot. So the foot out of our logo, I want to start a movement with that. So essentially, picture I've got the foot tattooed on my finger or behind my ear or fucking on my ankle or something, and not necessarily a tattoo, but when we get our merch up and running, if you see
the old jail tap man, get the foot
or under there, it can be like that.
Yeah,
drop. It could be on the back of merch or the hat or whatever. So sort of this, if you see someone wearing that, essentially it sort of, it says to me, seeing you wear that they're either experiencing something the same as me, or they've, a family member has or whatever, and it's just a safe place to go up and say, "G'day, mate, how you going? How you feeling?" Like, and just have it start a general conversation, just check in. Like, it's essentially it's just a safe, I guess, invitation to come up and say g'day. Like, if you're wearing that, someone sees you wearing that tattoo or that, the hoodie, t-shirt, whatever it may be, whatever we get going, it's just that. And then, it'd be awesome if we could get, people to go in, like I said, get a tattoo, buy some merch, see that foot and just know that you can go have a safe conversation with that person.
Just supporting it.
Just support it, yeah. So, and it's not about us It's not about
I've
us.
got an idea. How about we get Pam the Bird, the graph artist? When he gets released out of prison, he'll do one on the Baldy Bridge for us. You'll get up there.
Idea. Yeah, that'll get some exposure. Foot. That'll get some exposure, won't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a bit of an idea I had, but I'm a man full of ideas and don't follow through too much. But I'm driven for that one to work. So, but yeah, we'll just jump into like general yarn, mate. Like, how you been? What's been going on? We haven't really. We want our listeners to know what we've been up to since November, really.
I don't know. I've had a heap going on since November, but pretty focused at the moment. I'm pumped. I literally, I'm literally pumped. I started back, with an agency that I started my journey with. They, I suppose, built me into started path of my journey through community services. I could go on all day about that. That's how passionate I am about the youth. And then, coaching the young footy side that I've got going on at the moment. It actually, I know I've got my son in that group too. It's really nice to see him around such a positive. That's what I take out of it. We're trying to develop, I suppose, reflecting back on some seasons that I had through my junior career.
Yeah.
But just the group, it's not only the group at the moment, it's, the club, everyone probably knows the club we're at, we're struggling up in the senior ranks. They had to drop their senior side off this season.
Yeah.
God help me, I've played 3 games in reserves and I've been eating a pie and dim sims before they've called me up, Fucking hell, that's a bit of a journey.
Yeah.
They're like, I need a big shit and focus on that, not even playing footy, But, not fit for it by any means these days. I don't know, just everything seems to be, at the minute for me, I normally get that, I call it like the cabin fever around this time of year. You got shit weather, especially down here where we live, wind blowing sideways.
Fucking hear it on the roof now.
That's right. We've had about 40, probably 80 mil of rain today. But I've actually missed that part of this year. I'm tracking all right. That focus on the kids, our group, just trying to keep them in a positive mindset. That's my biggest battle now because they've been really successful throughout the season. Well, they've gone undefeated at the moment and sitting 3 games clear and not trying to let them get too ahead of themselves, stepping into that final run. The old voodoo, having a week off first, finishing top of the ladder too, that puts a bit of pressure on them. But, and I've just, I suppose I've opened up the book a little bit different too, with my coaching styles. Rather than, a lot of coaches will focus on their top tier kids and then just hope that the rest of the kids will learn off that. And I've really tried to empower the younger kids or the kids that are less developed in the group, getting them up and about. And I just, there's one kid I don't even know. I just get so warm every week because last season, and not being nasty towards a kid, he had no confidence. He'd run away from a contest or he was just there, I felt, because he, may have been suggested he should play footy, But to now, he runs up and down the wing, gets a hand pass, looks for the bigger boys, pushes it out to them, and it's just to see his growth inside that team is probably, not all the kids. Don't get me wrong. We've just had a kid that's kicked 50 goals, mate. We'll talk about that probably later on, but that's what I'm frothing. I don't know. I'm sitting good, and I haven't. What I'm like. I need to be near the ocean and that too, in the water, but I haven't even had time doing that, and I'm just, family's good. We spoke a bit of Brooke started a bit of a journey. She's pretty happy about that and pretty pumped up. And parents going really well and at the moment. And I don't know. I haven't even been camping and shit. It's weird. Normally at this time of year I'd be fucking derailed. I'd be like Thomas the Tank Engine. Dude, falling off the track.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I know previous years we've had a bye weekend in footy or something. We've always snuck away and done a weekend, haven't we? But well, there was that. I did get away. I had a note there for you shot up to Hatter that weekend.
Yeah, that was pretty good again.
Yeah.
Do you want to? No, I love dirt bikes, and it's something a young fella. He doesn't race or anything like that, and I've honestly held him off on that from a young age because it can get a pretty toxic environment sometimes, in the race scene, and money and just trying to get the good bikes and all that sort of shit. And he just rides bikes, loves it, mate. That's what I want from him. I just means taking and swag and to the bush and just enjoying it, no pressure, chasing emus down through the bush. But the old Hatter, what a mission. And this year we did a little bit different than what we normally do. You know, we ended up coming home on the Sunday after the race, but I still have a little fire on the side of the road. We cooked up the snags, and it's just such a great weekend up there.
Yeah,
and relatively cheap.
Yeah, I'd love to get up there for a look. I'm not like as you know, I'm not right into the bikes and that, but I enjoy watching them. But yeah, it's just I guess it's, as we know with Levi, it's a bit hard. We've taken him down to the bike track here, Lake Glear, to watch the bikes once before, and it was way too loud for him. We didn't have bloody earmuffs for him. So I reckon that'd be way too much for him there. But I suppose not being there, but they'd have sort of breaks between bikes and that.
He'd probably enjoy like the Friday night and stuff, like the scrutineer and looking at all the bikes.
Yeah.
And there's so much going on there.
Yeah.
It's free bloody, every kid gets back of the ute full of stickers and water bottles.
It's one of those things too, though, because you've sort of got to, obviously got Lexi as well, so it's about, having...
She might be the next generation.
Yeah, well, you never know.
In the junior lights, there was a young fella. He was out the front hooking. Obviously rides a lot of sand in that desert racing. You can sort of pick those kids away from the motocrossers.
Yeah,
brings them back to a pretty even playing field in this sort of racing in sand. And then shout out like right on his tail. So these two had broke the main group. Oh, when I say the main group, top 10, they'd broken pretty hard. This girl, she would have been about 14. And I swear to God, she'd go home happy every night that she's just smashing the arse off these boys. Like, she was just holding it wide, man. Yeah. Like, obviously done a lot of stuff, like a lot of riding and very skillful young girl. And to have that empowerment behind her, I suppose, to be really good in a sport that's male-dominated.
Yeah.
She was fucking hooking. Like, wait till she's senior. She'll be up in, like, top 10, I guarantee.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'd love, one day we might get him out there, but... see how we go.
Just need to get to the river.
Yeah, get him up the river. He loves the river. A bit of wood chopping. You you said you haven't done much camping lately, but you shot up Bermagui. We didn't do any camping together over Christmas this year.
Nah, separated away.
Separated, done something different. You went up Bermagui.
Yeah, I just oh shit, how many years have I done out there? I've done 18 years straight out at Killarney.
Yeah.
And I still love the joint, and I've got friends out there. I know a couple of them probably got the poops on and that I broke away a little bit, but kids are growing up. I'm missing so much, My daughter, she's off doing her things now with her friends, and got a little boyfriend and stuff, and it's like all of a sudden and just trying to do that family time.
Yeah.
And, with work, what work was like over that time in my life. I really didn't want to go spend my time, my 2 weeks or whatnot. I actually needed to get away.
Yeah.
Like, away from everybody, really just take the family and zone in. Yeah. So, East Coast, Australia, beautiful. We only went up as high as Narooma.
Yeah.
But, like, relatively easy. Then bushfires sort of started coming in, so we had to motor home. But, excuse me. Really nice. Once again, connected to the ocean, beautiful country, and just really good, I suppose, just stuff I haven't done a lot of up that way, So everything, it changes as good as a holiday, Yeah. Good. Holiday. And cheap oysters and good seafood.
Yeah.
Smash it out. You drive along a little caravan selling fresh prawns on the side of the road. You pull up and buy like a kilo of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Royalty. Absolute royalty.
How good. I've got a bit of an oyster story too, but nice. That's bloody, What
about yourself? What did you do over?
Well, I've had fucking hectic. I've been, up and down.
Let's just go the positive.
So I've had some massive highs. So obviously Katie and myself got married in January.
Yep. Remember that? I was,
so
I think it did.
Yeah. I think you were my best man.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. So no, that was pretty cool experience. That was obviously really high time for us, but also really low time. So I'd sort of, it happened really quickly. I'd propose to.
You fucked around for a bit.
I stuffed around. I proposed to Katie. I think I can't remember when it was.
You're going to get.
I had about a 6-week window.
100%.
Yeah. So Katie's old man was obviously very sick, and at this time, I thought, bugger it. I'd been thinking about it for a while and asked the question. He's like, yeah, fucking oath you can marry my daughter. We'd sort of pretty much wanted to plan a wedding that, he could be there. I wanted Katie to have him there for the wedding. But, unfortunately, long story short, he passed away pretty much 24 hours, 48 hours before the wedding, at home peacefully. We sort of unfortunately couldn't have him there on the day, but it was an awesome day.
He was there, bud.
Oh, he was there. Oh, absolutely, he was there. And, Katie had an awesome day. Her mum, Helen, was awesome. She was very strong. And, it was an emotional but really exciting day. And we just had it in the backyard at the house at Katie's mum and dad's place, and we decked it out pretty cool. And, we sort of had the wedding just with close family and friends, and then it was a couple of weeks later, we had the reception, essentially, the party, the piss-up. So...
No piss up for me, but I was on the mocktails.
Well, that's one thing. Big boy's been off the piss over 12 months.
Yeah.
Since July last year, so...
Feeling fucking good too. Yeah. Well, sorry to cut your story.
No, you're all right, because I'll get to that as well soon. But so that was sort of a pretty cool time, around January, February. And fast forward to, I think it was April, or just before footy season, we shot across to Airlie Beach. March, maybe.
March, I think.
It was in March.
Yeah.
And that was for a honeymoon. We went there for, I think, 5 or 6 days, and we were pretty much stuck to fucking pub crawling every day and stuck in the room because we had fucking 400 or 500 mil of rain. We couldn't get out on the boat, but it was an awesome experience. Like, the weather was still nice. It was just pissing rain the whole time.
Mate, I got rained in 5 days in Airlie. You fucking couldn't get out.
Well, we're hoping we're gonna.
Yeah.
But we didn't. But, so that was sort of the wedding. And, sort of...
Christ, we're going to get rain in here.
Yeah, well, it's raining on the wall there.
Coming through the bricks. Anyway,
I hope you can still hear.
Listeners out there, if we're getting up... It's pretty wild out here, but hopefully they can still...
I'm not too. I was stressing about it all day, and I thought, fuck it.
It is what it is, mate. The farmers love this shit.
Well,
shout out to our farmers out there. Hopefully your tractor gets bogged tomorrow. Can't get any work.
Fucking dry your sheep so I can get some sheep drawn. But anyway, hopefully it's not too hard to hear, but got the microphone right there. But what else? Heaps going on, buddy. Christmas holidays, we shot up to Tokemall, Kate and myself. I took the kids up there for a few days, caught up with Nathan Shree. We spent 3 or 4 days with them up Tokemall. Up on the river, love it up there. And then I've got a bit of a yarn with buddy. The last couple of days we had the kids, we shot down to Lake Bowler. Just fucking waiting for the... Yeah. There we go. We shot down to Lake Bolac for the last couple of days with the kids and spent with Christy and Chris and their cousin, like the kids' cousins.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I think it was the first day we were there setting up, and fucking, like, the kids were awesome up the river with their life jackets and stuff. So they got into a really good habit of putting them on. And anyway, so they probably got a little bit confident around the water. They love swimming and stuff, and Levi, buddy, jumped out, grabbed one of the paddle boards down on the beach. And Lake Bolac can get pretty windy. So where we were camping on the south side, it was quite sheltered in there, so the water was quite calm. But anyway, he jumped on there and he's paddling around and just cruising. And he bloody got out a little bit too far because the water was quite low. So, the older kids would have been 30, 40 metres out in the water, still up to their waist, So Levi's thinking, oh, yeah, it's all good. Anyway, the wind caught him and took him 3/4 of the way across the lake.
Should have took a fishing rod.
Well, and my nephew, Kai, he's lucky he's about 6 foot at the age of 17. he fucking, and once the wind got out there, he was hooking, like, and Levi, thankfully stayed on the board the whole way, like, and Kai just couldn't quite catch him, like, just couldn't get, and then I started swimming out there, and I'm thinking, fuck, I'm not going to catch him, like, so I turned around, and then Christy come out in the kayak, and she was hooking out there, just bloody caught him, and it was probably, it was 3/4 of the way to the middle, like, nearly in the middle of the lake, heading across to the boat shed, and
should have just picked him up over the other side.
Well, that's I was nearly going to swim back to get my ute to drive around there, and anyway, Levi, I don't know, just something in him just told him not to panic, and towards the end, something just made him jump off. He had the life jacket on, and he sort of paddled to Kai was probably 10 metres away or something. And, swam over to Kai, and then by that stage, Christy was nearly there, and Chuck dragged them both back in the kayak. But, she was fucking... It was just one of those things, that fucking see drownings over holidays and that, and you think, fucking hell. Like,
so you were stressed, but he was probably super chill. He was probably just on tour.
Nah, and then... Christy... By the time Christy got halfway back, she passed me. I got a paddleboard and off one of the kids.
One of they didn't have to save you swimming.
Yeah. Anyway, I sort of waited out there and helped get the kids back in, and Levi was fair panic, like sort of bit panicking in the boat. He wanted to get back to land and that. And anyway, we got him back and got him on the fucking wood splitter, and he was good. But he loves cutting
back on
wood.
The splitter.
Yeah, loves his cutting wood. But so that was the Christmas, and
well, I got a dangerous Christmas yarn.
Yeah, spit it.
I love the ocean. I was at Narooma, beautiful, big inlet there. Just off the inlet, there was a little bit of a wedge wave, if anyone understands them. So had no boards or nothing with me. I think I actually had me fins, and that's it. And I thought, I'll go out there and do a bit of body surfing, just get myself in the water. But I actually got a bit, I was like, fuck, I'm not going to go out there on my own, man, because, I'm aware of the sharks that hang around the front of them inlets, chasing the fish, getting them out and all that sort of stuff, especially around that time of the season. Anyway, this dude come along, and he'd been body surfing. I said, you going out there, mate? And he goes, I might go back out for a bit. We had a bit of a yarn. He actually, bloke had diverting, but he had full scars all over his body from burns, this poor fella. And he said he was touring overseas somewhere in Mexico or something like that. And he was at a fuel station, and he was fueling up his the car, the rental car. And the bloke in front of him was smoking and chucked his cigarette butt in the ground. The whole fuel station ignited. So he spent a year and a bit over there getting stabilised before he could come home. Poor bugger. But anyway, so we're out in the water, going out there, body surfing, big rip, carrying on and if you're comfortable with the ocean, that's fine, right?
Yeah, you've done plenty of bodyboarding.
All good. Yeah, had a good day, ripping day, met an awesome bloke. He'd been through a journey, as I just said. Poor bastard nearly burnt to death. Shout out if he ever finds this podcast, but cool dude, can't even remember his name. My young fella full peeking because, get caught in the rip and let it take me right out the back. Then I'd come back in a bit, and he's peeking out. The next morning, bang, having breakfast. Ding, ding. Alarm on the phone. Shark. The rumor thing. And I was like, hey, fucking day, boy. He would have seen me. He would have covered in. Get the big seal. So I beat him. Yeah.
I don't know.
He was tracked. He was
must had some intel from his mates swimming around there that fucking there's big
lathered up in the tuna oil before I got out there. That big lure floating through the water.
Swimming there the day before.
Lucky there, eh?
Yeah. Well, back to the paddleboard story with Levi. Didn't Cobes fucking do a mission out in the middle of the bay too up there? I was on the phone to you, I reckon, and
they were just fucking going rogue, the kids, and I was like, mate, they gone rogue, him and one of his mates on the paddleboard, completely safe, but I'm like, they're not going to get back, for the fact that they're coming back into wind, so they'll go with the wind paddling, just kids. And then I'm like, I went down to this bit of a point thing, walked out there. I'm like, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing, boy? And he's like, I was like, he's all cool. I said, there was a fair few words. I'm like, mate, you're a bit of a dickhead. And I had to make him paddle to one edge, to get. He wouldn't have made it home, I don't reckon. It was a bit of a. He would have had it. Because the paddleboards are a good thing, aren't they? They're fucking. Just
they're awesome up the river because, like, me and Katie, we just we'll go, like, even drive the ute up or walk a fucking K up the river and just chuck the board in and float back to camp. Like, there they go.
Just really accessible for people, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good. They're good. So probably another thing that was involved in too was I've been a part of this suicide prevention knowledge holders group for I don't know, 3 years or so maybe, and we've I got invited in from a SUB gathering when I was working at hospital. I think I was at the time. I just started at the hospital, so it'd be 3 or 4 years ago. And, I told a bit of my story at this gathering, and then one of the girls, Ash, who sort of was a bit of a recruiter for the group, heard my story, and she come over and asked if I'd be interested in joining it, and I bloody jumped on it, and it was one of the best things I ever did. We, in November... No, fucking hell, when it wasn't... It was only in... It was this year. I've got me dates all fucked up.
I think it might have been the end of February.
Yeah, it was end of Feb, I think it was.
Yeah. When you went up there.
Yeah, we went up. I can't remember when it was. It wasn't even that long ago. It might have been May or something like that. It was when Origin was on. June it was. 18th of June.
Oh, right.
I went to 19th of June because I went to Origin in Melbourne and fucking Queensland won. But, we launched our website and our campaign. So essentially we built a website for mob, Aboriginal people, to be able to access with it's pretty much a smorgasbord of support services. Really.
Yeah, so if they're having a bit of a fizzer and on a bit of a journey, they can just go to this one-stop shop, really.
Yeah, it's one-stop shop. It's got all your Aboriginal orgs. It's got all your mainstream organisations. It's got everything there. It was pretty cool to be a part of, and we're not sure where we go to now, but we haven't finished. There's more things in the pipeline. We're just waiting to see what steps we take from here, but it was pretty cool to be a part of that with some people from all over the state that have experienced the same things or work in the same sort of that mental health space. So that was pretty cool. Got to met Isaiah Firebrace, who's I think he was on Australian Idol or one of those, The Voice or something like that.
That was it.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, he's an Aboriginal boy, Aboriginal man.
I'll be watching SBS Food at that point. Why not?
So he was finished quite high up in that, and he's a fucking deadly singer. He jumped up and sung a couple of songs, and we had a couple of beers with him, and it was really cool. So it'd be awesome to get him on. He's had a journey of his own of late over the last 12 months, 2 years. So music had sort of been put on the back burner a bit for him and bringing up a young fella and that sort of thing. So it'd be cool to get hold of him and potentially get him on the pod, which would be pretty cool. So I'd love to get, some members from that working group to potentially jump on, have a yarn about it too. I'd like to do a yarn about that. So, it's pretty much sort of been me. We're in the process of fucking organising another Warrnambool show. We've got the Nationals this year, so that's going to ramp up pretty soon. Bit of a head fuck, but we'll get it done.
Always get it done.
We always get it done. But, look, it's exciting for Dad. I'm happy for Dad, and it's going to be a good thing for the town. But we need a bit more support, don't we?
Always need support. It's hard to get volunteers and anything these days.
So if anyone's keen to jump on board with the National Shearing event, whether that be a sponsor, help at the event, it's over 2 days, the last weekend in October, so the 30th and 31st or 29th and 30th or something like that. Jump on board because it's an awesome thing. Even if you're not into shearing, come and have a look because you'll be impressed with the way
it's the best in the nation.
Well, it's the best shearers in the nation, exactly right. And there's Australia-New Zealand test as well on Friday night.
And wool handlers. Shout out to the wool handlers.
And the wool handlers, because if we didn't have them, we'd be fucking shearing.
They're the fuckers that make the money.
Well, Yes, they prepare the wool, don't they?
They make the money for the farmer. Underrated.
So they're very underrated.
Very underrated.
And we love them.
Oh, hardly.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you went to a competition yesterday. How'd you go?
Yeah, bottom qualified. Yeah, had to jump up fucking couple of levels. I don't know. Normally running like intermediate or novice, or don't do nothing in the sheds here since I was younger. And yeah, they put me into senior. Reckon I had more experience than what I put in, which I probably do, but I just haven't had the practice. And
well, the thing is, I probably don't agree with what they've done there, because you've got the shed experience, but you don't have competition experience, and it's probably a little bit different.
I probably don't have either at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah, well, at the moment you don't.
I remember when I was working full-time on the broom back when I was young, and then we were competing every weekend. Fuck, I was pumping it, you know, like in comps and that. And even at the Golden Shears in Bendigo, I top qualified in the heats, and went out and spent a bit of time in the car because the final was after lunch, and come back in at like 12 o'clock, and my boss lady was there, and she's like, "Where you been? They've ran the final." Well, I didn't even fucking compete in the final.
Oh, really?
Spent my time in the car.
Oh, shit.
But, yesterday, I don't know. It was good. Once again, just good to be around community, see that stuff. It was actually really, really, there was a lady that won the senior. She humble. So actually, Corey Collins.
Nicole.
Nicole. Real humble lady, didn't probably back herself in. At this point, I was on the mic doing the MC for the event, and just to watch her work, you know, she was just super composed and just went about her business. Didn't really put any rush on herself. You see the people, which probably me yesterday, you know, rush in, they miss stuff, you get your penalties and all that. But it was just nice to be a part of it.
It's a good, you call it a community, like the people that
it's definitely,
stuff, and it is. I'm keen to get back into it. I'm obviously going to be shearing this main shear, so through the show circuit season, pending how it works with the kids and that sort of thing. But I'm keen to get back into it. So there has. Well, you said you had you don't really have any, like, because you've fucking been that busy, as we both have. No trips planned coming up.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I'm you
going Gold Coast?
Yeah, it's up to 2 again.
Yeah.
That's
do you need another committee member?
Well, I've got our legend.
Oh, is he?
He's been given the approval.
Has he?
Has his quick little yarn, my vice president, right? Absolutely beautiful man, you know, like old retired fella, does a lot here in the community. My vice president of the disabled surfing here in Warrnambool. It's taken him, this was the 3rd season, so it's taken him 3 years to get approval off his wife. And this is no joke. This is not like, this is actually, it is funny, but I'm trying to be serious. She stopped him going for the last 2 years, and finally we worked 12 months in advance to try and get him along this time, because I think he used to play up a bit on the piss of that when he was younger. This is a bloke, I don't even know how old he is, but I don't care how old he is. He'd be 70.
He's a good man.
He's a good dude. And I think she's just in fear that he's going straight to the Gold Coast to party, which he probably will, and I'll let him loose. He's off the chain. But, so we're up there, AGM for disabled surfers. So, look, 38 branches nationwide. Yeah. So, there's potentially like 60, I don't know, you'd probably get about high 40s, 50 people at the AGM. That's a bit of, not a drag. There's actually lots of good stuff comes out of it and stuff we can bring back to our branches and stuff. But, it's quick. It's really quick. I'd love it to run for 2 weeks. Yeah. So that you get a bit of time with the crew and all like-minded people, got the heart in the game, and fly in. You sort of land up there on the Friday, do a bit of barefoot bowls. Previously, other years, been on the piss pretty heavy with the boys on the Friday night, AGM Saturday, and then this year's 40th year that disabled surfers have been running nationwide. So we've got a bit of a dinner sort of thing, a proper dinner on the Saturday night, and then fly home on the Sunday. Yeah. So it's nice. It's fast paced. I'd love to tack another 4 or 5 days either on it, so that you can enjoy.
Saying that though, should be pretty hectic 4 or 5 days with the old fella.
Oh, look, let all them go, because some absolute winners up there. Like everyone's just we've come from the same background, I suppose, and just same level of compassion, I suppose. And I don't know, it's fierce. And then you get your old school surfers that are, the old hippie barefoot woolen jumper. Yeah. Then you get your Sydney surfers that are like, you know, Polo Ralph Lauren sort of style surfer, you know, real high class stuff, you know, drive a Ferrari to the beach with their board out the window. But at the end of the day, we're all there fucking the one cat.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like it's beautiful.
It's a fucking good thing, the old disabled surfing. And I didn't get to any events this year because we had a few clashes. I can't remember what one was. Anyway, yeah, but still on the committee and keen for the upcoming season. It's a good thing, disabled surfers. I love it. Well, new segment that we've brought in this time round. It's called Phone Book Roulette. Oh, so, how this works is we're gonna call someone tonight to show you how it would work, but as a rule, we would draw a letter out of a hat, or we'll come up with a cool way to draw a letter, and whatever letter we draw out, we go through either mine or Podge's phone. So we might, I don't know, whether we draw the letter, then fucking draw something else out to say Podge or whatever.
You randomly pick a letter, and I'll go through. Yeah. What? So you just pick a letter? Yeah, righto. Let's go T. T for what? Tea bag. T for tea bag. Yeah. Fuck, I wonder if I've got any tea bags in here. Let's have a look. So essentially Podge will go through his phone book, find someone starting with T, and we're like, we'll give them a ring and just have a general yarn. Fucking tell us a story. Fucking hang some shit on me or Podge if you got a fucking... Bearing in mind, half of my bloody, what do you call them? Contacts. That's how good I am with my phone. Work people. OTs. Yeah. My sister's in T. I could ring her, but she'd probably be... Oh, no, it's 8 o'clock. No, she's on holiday. She's up Port Douglas. Yeah. That's... Yeah, righto. Got one. So, essentially, Podge will ring whoever it may be. Who you picking, Podge? Do you want me to tell you? Or no, you don't have to tell me. Just... And what am I doing when I ring? Just have a chat. Ask them if they've got any dirt on us. You got a fucking dirty story on me. You got dirty story on you. Fucking tell us about, I don't know. This fucker stories, whatever it may be. Probably out. Oh no, it's a bit wet tonight. I was going to say probably out shooting foxes or something. He's in the game. This fella, he loves it. You ready? Righto, ring him up. Hopefully, here we go. So this is part of our interaction with you guys. We want to get yous on the pod as much as we can. Hopefully, he answers whoever. How's it going? Hey, Big Nuts, what are you doing? Not much at all. Just had a feed. I'll let you know we're live. So this is a new segment on the pod, the Ground Away podcast. It's you're live on air, bud. Oh Jesus! Hopefully you're wearing clothes. No video call. What are you doing? Nah, just feeding bloody getting the missus' kid. You know what it's like. Yeah. I don't know, but just bloody cruising, you know. Yeah. Good stuff. So we've just got a couple of things here. What was the first question, Corey? So it was pretty much. So who we got anyway? Sorry. This is TJ. Well, this is actually he's me runner at the footy club. Oh yeah, TJ. Yeah. Yep. Hey TJ, give us a yard about the footy club. How are we tracking this year? Mate, we're the boys. I tell you what, we're so proud of them. They're taking everything in that's that we're putting forward to them, and look, they're absolutely killing it, you know, and good on them too. They put in the hard work as well, you know. So, we're going to get into the finals, I think. So, no, it's looking all bright, you know. So it's positive, real positive. Good stuff. Yeah, good. It's I'm excited for the Dennington Dogs because I mean our boys couldn't get the job finished last year, but I'm supporting Big Podge and Little Podge, Little Cobe, so hope the boys can get it done for the coach this year. Yep, no, absolutely. They're kicking goals, you know, like the growth within the team itself is massive. So that's it's just cool to see that too, you know. So awesome, mate. That goes for all of us, I think. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, he's doing an awesome job with that group. I don't really have any questions here, mate, but I will ask you, have you got any fucking dirt on Podge? He's probably got a fucking heap. Pickford would have told him a bit, I reckon.
the dirt on Podge, I know he gets bloody real anxious when he just before a footy game, you know. Like I played a couple of bloody resi games with him this year, and he's fucking in and out of the toilet at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, you got to shit 4 times before a play.
Yeah, it's like me going fishing. I get real anxious, you know. Like I get anxiety quite bad, but I just get so pumped to get out there. I start spewing and that. Never been seasick before, but fuck, I spew before I go out when I'm on the air, you know.
On that note, so this is going to be, we've got to get them to give a bit of a yarn.
Yeah, fucking nice.
Righto, so just to the listeners out there, TJ actually holds a state record for. Well, you give us a proper spiel because mine will be probably incorrect.
Yeah.
Go.
I do. I actually hold a couple of records, and my son Cody does as well. I'm not sure whether they're bloody still there, but I did anyway. But I've got 37 kilo tuna, southern bluefin tuna, record of 131.8.
So the fish was 131.8 kilos.
That's correct.
Yep.
That's correct.
On 38 kilo line.
On 37, yeah.
37 kilo line.
Fuck, that's a good effort.
Give us a quick rundown. What was it like?
Right, so I woke up late. It was in bloody 2019. There you go. Shit.
COVID.
29. It would have been April 2019. There you go.
Right.
Bringing the memory back. Woke up late. Everyone else, I went to Portland. This was at Portland, so I drove from Warrnambool to Portland. And 4.8 metre tinny.
It's getting good.
Yeah, 4.8 metre tinny. Woke up late. Everybody's already out there. So you got from Portland, you got to drive right around. And the bite was sort of out the front of Bridgewater.
Oh, yeah, bit of a mission.
Yeah, like fair few, long way around there, really.
Yeah.
120 metres out the front there.
Yeah.
And got out there late. Everybody's fishing and hooking up. I could hear them on the radio. Anyway, got out there by myself, launched solo, and on the way out spewing, got the anxiety real bad, like hopeless, but pumped though, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get it. I'll spew out my arse. Don't worry about that.
But anyway, got out there, trolling around, bit of a work up sort of in the distance. So got the lures out. That was a mission by itself, you know, putting 4 lures out in this 4.8 metre little tinny. It's a cracker. And started heading that direction and heard a heap of people hooking up on the radio. And anyway, next thing, bang, out of nowhere, I was in the middle of bumfuck nowhere near where the workups were.
Yeah.
Next, I just happened to turn around and I see the short corner lure, which was only sort of 6 metres out the back.
Yeah.
Skirt just gets smashed on the surface and the Tiagra just lit up.
Oh.
50-odd Tiagra just howling.
I'm starting to get a stiffy ear. Listen to this.
And, you know, fucking, so it's all happened. So I got fucking by myself, got to wind in the other bloody 3 rods and shit going on everywhere. And anyway, long story short, hooked up for 2.5 hours. Making no ground on this thing, you know, getting it up, and then it'd come and then it'd do another 120, 200 metre.
Yeah, we're in a fucking 4 metre tinny, mate. It's going to keep pulling you.
Yeah, literally. There's photos of it. Anyway, lucky for me, one of my mates was out there. He was also fishing.
Yeah.
And but he was like 10 or 12 k's away from me. But I got onto him and he come over. That was at about 2.5 hour mark, and he come over. He had a 675 Haynes Hunter, a big butt, a huge hard top boat, and here I am in a fucking tinny, fucking 30 k's from home virtually.
You're in a little tender hanging off the back of the Haynes Hunter.
That's right. Yeah. Anyway, the big boat comes up beside me, and he jumps on. Anyway, Luke jumped on and, helped me for another hour or so, mucked around. And sure enough, Tage didn't go organised. Only had fucking couple of small little gas for gummies and that. Fair dinkum. Stayed on the rod for another hour. So 3.5 hours it took me to get this fucking fish in. And then I started, we got gaffed it. It was a fucking ordeal doing that because I was cramping up and you name it.
Yeah.
And then, got it beside the boat. Well, what's the next fucking problem? You got to get the bastard in. You got to get this huge fucking fish in.
How many kilos?
131.8.
Fuck.
Fucking bent gaffs and fucking. Anyway, we tied it up, reefed it up, inch by inch, finally flipped over into the bloody boat. And I sat there. There's a photo. I mean, everyone calls me Red Sox from it, but I was cramping up in the foot real bad. And anyhow, got in the boat. All's well. Lukey's bloody team come back over and picked him up. Well, I had to get back home, of course. So, and the wind had picked up a bit too.
Oh no!
We've got 131 kilo fish, on board.
Yeah.
Get around, you go around Cape Nelson round, then I went around Lawrence Rock, and then back to the ramp. Got back to the ramp. Fucking fisheries are there.
Did you have a license?
Yeah, we had all the license and that, and then they go, "Oh, we want to check your flares and all that bullshit." Fucking flares are out of date.
Oh nah. Fair
income. True as I sound here. Anyway, they were all excited about the fish and asked me how I got it in by myself. And I said, no. A couple of buddy mate jumped on board and buddy helped me. So anyway, they said, oh, we're going to have to give you a fine. We're going to have to give you a fine for the bloody out-of-date flares. And I was wrecked, fully wrecked.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, no, whatever. But anyway, I never received it. Never received the bloody infringement. To this day, still
shout out to the fisheries officers.
Yeah, 100%.
It'll probably come next week.
Yeah, years later.
Yeah,
100%. But then I had to drive all the way home, and I'm part of the Warrnambool Offshore and Light Game Fishing Club, and a GFAV affiliated member as well. So you can sort of get records, and then you got to go through all the rigmarole. You got to measure your gaffs, and there's a heap of shit behind it. You got to take so many photos and where it was hooked and
measure your gaffs. So gaffs were fucked.
The gaffs were fucked.
Gaffs were fucked and bent and shit like that. Oh, it was just a fucking deal.
Oh.
But, it's something I'll never forget.
And I suppose for the listeners out there, this man here, I've only done one trip out on his boat with him, but fucking.
Well, you know how pumped up I get once there's big fish about.
Well, we had a good day, didn't we?
We had a good day, but we're only on the school fish, and then we marked up some barrels in close.
Yeah, then old mate Philip.
Old mate Phil, bloody give him the call up. He got out there and smacked one.
And then we had to tow him a bit hard.
Then the fish smacked his bloody fuel filter and smashed the fuel bowl, so then he couldn't move anywhere, so we had to tow him out. Oh, fucking hell. Good old yarns.
We won't let away. Oh, well, they've all gone now, but there was only 16 metres of water, so we're pretty much off the back of the breakers, weren't we?
Yeah, off, what you'd call the start of levers, really.
You would, and then we'll call the boats out deep. We're like, yeah, we marked them up out deep. We pretty much put the waders on to go out and catch these cunts. Did we?
Yeah, hooked up in 12 metres that day.
Yeah, yep.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's only 3 of your tinnies.
That's all right. Well, I've upgraded now, though, mate.
I
used to get wet to the arse in it, though, because it was an
good vessel.
It was a cracker. I wish I still had her.
No, I'm talking about your new one.
Oh, the new one, yeah, no, she's a cracker, mate. Yeah, shit, yeah. Yeah, we'll have to get out.
We will. We might even run a pod out there one day. We'll do a live show out the boat. Yeah, you got any send out messages or any words for us? Send off to the listeners.
Look, just look after yourselves. That's the main thing.
Yep.
And fucking talk to your mates.
100%.
Just I'm sort of quite big on all that now myself. So shit, this has come out of the blue for me. So good to bloody yap to yous,
That's all right. Well, we'll see each other tomorrow night. We'll be getting those little fellas. Hopefully it's not raining like it is tonight.
But I'll tell you what, I'm just outside out here at Ballangee, bloody the stars are out, so hopefully don't piss rain tomorrow.
God's country.
Yes, absolutely. Totally agree.
Righto. Thanks for the call, TJ.
Good man.
Crazy legends. I'll be up to you later, eh?
Righto.
Cheers.
See you, mate.
See you, mate, boy.
Yeah, so that's TJ.
TJ, fucking good yarn.
He, good fella too. He fucking, I'll tell you what, he probably won't mind me sharing, but he's had a little bit of a journey himself, but it was probably quite fitting actually that fell on tea. But he sort of, every morning, mate, I'll wake up Saturday morning, he gets up, obviously got to travel in for footy, you know. I've got the best fucking, sometimes I get a bit emotional. You know what I'm like, I do get emotional. I think that's okay. It just shows the amount of passion I got. I got emotional talking to the kids one day, and one of the fathers that didn't know me, he said to his son, he goes, how did you feel about that? And his son goes, it's all right, Dad. Shows he cares about us.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, but this fella here, he's fucking, I think we probably help each other along in our journey too. I'm fucking blessed that I've got him beside me at the footy club. His son's in the team as well, which is great. He's really, really, his son's just a great kid, like really positive. I tried to explain this to someone the other day. So, the way I look at players, also it doesn't matter at whatever level. You can personally, I could break them down into three categories. So you have an individual player, you have a team player, and then you have a club player.
Yep.
Right. So that's at what level they play for. Right. And my mindset is if I can shift majority of my playing group into that team and club player, we're going to be successful.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, and he's fucking hard on himself, like, not in a bad way, but just like, always wants to challenge himself and get better. And, like even on the weekend, he was a little bit down. I ran him for half a game in the ruck, so he's like a rotation with our ruckman. And then he just put him down to full forward there, swapping over with the other ruckman, just so we've got a tall forward, someone to present.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't give away too many of my bloody big tips here, but
don't want that.
Yeah, and then anyway, young fella, he kicked 5 on the weekend. He got best on ground. Like he killed it when he was in the middle too. 5 goals, done a good job in the middle, best on ground. And he's still like, I didn't beat that ruckman much. And I'm like, mate, you probably won 35% of the contest. And, our sentiment cleared it out too. But anyway, that's him. Great family. Big shout out to him. And he's an ex-year of that fella.
He is. I'd done a little bit of work with TJ years ago.
Yeah. Well, he's real keen. He was keen to do Hamilton their show. Yeah. Just too late to enter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we'll get him to Warrnambool, mate.
We'll get him around.
Easier sheep.
Get him up and about.
Yeah. But, just so for the listeners, that's all it'll be. Just be a general yarn. And it's just us checking in with someone in our phone book. And it's probably something that we want to encourage our listeners to do is, if you're driving in the car somewhere safely, look for someone in your phone book. Just give them a ring. Fucking check in, see how you're going. That's all that segment's really about, is us just checking in on our mates in our phone books. Just a bit of fun, a bit of banter.
Well, that was something I did just for the listeners out there. It actually, now you've mentioned that, so we're talking about having a yarn, sharing along.
Yeah.
I've got some friends that I went to school with, solid mates, I'll talk, like lads that were really, really solid. And Stoddy, one of them, you would have heard me talk about Stoddy and that a lot. And just with life, you get busy and you don't check in. We send Instagram reels to each other all the time, heap of smart, heap of filth, shit getting blown up and that, just as you do. And, so I sort of, I went through a stage just a couple of years ago, when I was in that one other role that I used to work and, driving home, I was doing like 600 Ks a week, like with this, our jurisdiction, like our area that we used to cover was fucking massive, huge, like it was unsustainable. And I just made it a part of my, I suppose, to get me along at the end of the day was, sorry, I had a hiccup. Bloody soda water's getting to me. It was just ringing. So not so much like a mate like yourself or someone that I do see and connect with a lot. It was just about ringing those mates that I'd forgotten about.
Yeah.
Not forgotten about, but just we don't see each other anymore, Right. And I still remember when I rang him the first time, he was like, who the fuck is it? That's how long since we'd called each other. Yeah. So, do it. Reach out.
Yeah.
Got an ex-missus or something you used to get along all right with, give her a call. Fucking
Well, and that's a good point though. Like, you might have ended terms on fucking whatever it may have been, but hopefully good mutual terms. Like you still fucking were mates for a reason, or together for a reason. So check in, like, there's no harm in it. Like, we can't, you heard TJ, like, fucking just check in on your mates, because that's one thing we're really going to push. And we're not the only ones doing it. We understand that, but it means a lot to us. Like, if I didn't fucking check in with Podge, that I wouldn't be here doing this right now. So, it's very close to us. So that's our phone roulette. We can call it a different name, but I thought that was pretty cool. But we'll jump into and we'll jump into good news of the week. But obviously, every episode is not going to be this long. It's just because we're haven't caught up for so long as to why we had that general yarn in there. But these good news of the week is just something that I think we had it in our last one, that will come up. There's so much bad shit going on in the world, fucking war, Donald Trump being a fucking idiot, all that. Hopefully he doesn't fucking bomb us here for saying that. But
he's probably got bugs on the roof.
So much shit stuff going on, especially even in town. Like, we had our fucking car broken into the other night. Like, just shit like that. Like, there was a fucking kidnapping in the back lane here, literally in the back lane. Down the hospital worker that they attempted kidnapping here a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
It was literally in the back lane right here. So, so much bad shit going on. We just want to...
wouldn't want to try and kidnap me on me either. I'll come up back lane. I'll be like, whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah. I need to put a camera up the back here.
Nah.
Strangers
coming. It's not that bad.
Strangers come into my driveway the other day.
Old mate should have paid a tick bill. No, don't even understand.
You know what I mean? Like, just we want to highlight the positive things that are going on. So, I've got a couple here. So now there's a past colleague of ours, Raylene Rails.
Oh, yeah.
Working. So there's an organisation called Shedway now, and it's a shearing industry based program. I think they're based in Dubbo, and they push this message, this sort of mental health message, and support people within the shearing industry, and go around to contractors, get them in to go do talks to their teams, or they'll go out to shearing comps or field days or whatever, and push a positive message and support people that are needed in the shearing industry. So they shared on their Facebook page the other day that there was a shearer. I don't know if this fella, his name's Lenny Deacon. I'm not sure if he was a shearer himself. I've seen some videos of the fella, like some videos he's put up on his Facebook page. The page is called Doing It for Dipper. It's on Facebook. And I reckon he was a shearer. He was drinking a VB can there the other day, fucking happy that he's done a full trip around Australia on I don't even know what the bike was called. I've got a bit of a spiel here. Anyway, like, he's sitting in a bike, like on his, like, sitting down, like in a fucking seat, and the pedals are out the front. And
was the bike yellow and orange?
I'm not sure what it was. But he's just done a full lap of Australia and finished back up in New South Wales or Queensland somewhere. But he done a full lap of Australia. Well, there you go. He's a shearer, lost his mate Dipper from suicide a few years ago. Lenny first did a 24-hour shearathon, which we're very familiar with. We've done plenty of them, in Kangaroo Island for another shearer mate, and then decided to ride a bike around Australia. So he was doing it to raise funds and awareness for mental health research for the Breakthrough Mental Health and Research Foundation in memory of Dipper. So, we've done shearathons for mental health and all that sort of thing, but to fucking ride around Australia on a bike, like a full lap of Australia, sitting on your ass, it's a fucking good effort. So
I've rode from the Murray River down here to the beach, but that was it.
Yeah, so that was a positive story that connects, with what we're trying to do. So
What is it? Doing it for Dipper.
Doing it for Dipper. So
get on and give him a follow.
Yeah, get on and follow Lenny on that page. Obviously, he's completed the trip now, but it's obviously an ongoing thing. He'll obviously keep traffic going through that page, and you can never have enough support for causes like that. So, well done, Lenny, mate. If you ever come across his podcast, hopefully the Shedway team might be able to share it and give you a shout out because being a shearer, Podge being a Rousey wool handler in the industry, we love what Shedway are doing. And I'd spoke to Shedway a few months ago now, and I'd sort of talked with the idea of jumping on board with them, but I just wasn't in the right frame of mind at the time. So, it's good to see someone from our local area that's jumped on board to follow that. So, so that's pretty cool. So that's sort of one positive news story. And I've just got a second one here that it's there's a business that I follow on Instagram. It's called Ollie B, and it's Kate Moran is her name, and I'll just get it up because it's pretty cool what she's doing. She's doing a walk for mental health from Stanthorpe to Darwin, I think she said. Yeah, raising awareness for mental health and depression. So same thing. She's been through a journey herself, through that period. You don't know what you want to do. You don't know where you fit in. You don't know what work you want to do. So she created her business started as a selling stickers, and it's called Ollie B. So OLY space B. So it's OK, love your buy. That's what it stands for. And she was just making and selling stickers at the start, and then it's built into selling hats, really cool, like trucker caps and stuff like that. So just a shout out to Kate. I've spoke to Kate a little bit over the last few days, just giving me some positive, vibes, just to keep treading forward, because obviously she's been through a journey herself. So it's a massive, massive effort by her to walk from Stanthorpe to Darwin, raising awareness for mental health and depression, especially when you've experienced it yourself, to jump up and do something like that will be probably mentally grueling.
I was just saying, challenge your mind yourself.
And challenge, and a massive challenge for her. So, so shout out to Kate and Ollie B. All the best for your walk. And, I have spoke to you about buying a hat and giving you a shout out. So I haven't got the hat yet, but we've given you a shout out. So all the best with that. But that's my good news of the week. But have you got any good news of the week?
Yeah, I suppose a bit of a local legend. Well, I don't know. It's shearing orientated again, I suppose. But just something that popped into my mind. Like I don't know how to. Yeah, it's just really humbling to see. I suppose the determination in this young fella, and then he did, I suppose, get awarded for his achievement yesterday. So we had a young fella. I know him locally, good little fella. I've known him for years, known the family for years as well. Don't have a lot to do with him, but they've been involved in footy clubs. And the young fella actually raced motorbikes there for a while. He did Hatter once, the young fella, full pin. He's a little bit of an animal. He's always, and I can remember from a young age, this kid has really, really been drawn to shearing sheep and be around the sheep work and that. I remember one time he rocked up to the footy club to play footy, and he had a newborn lamb that he was fostering because mum had left it, and he had to feed it every 2 hours or something?
Yeah, every couple of hours.
So he took it to the footy club while he played footy so he could feed it straight after his match and that. Walk around the oval with this little lamb, like it was following him like mum. But so yesterday, Hamilton Sheep mentioned, shout out to Mason Lewis. So 14 years old, fresh. He went to the Heineken tent before he got there and bought a new set of dungers and everything like that. And the Heineken guys were like, "Oh, give us all your gear." And just a 14-year-old, he'd shorn a few hoggets around, neighbours' farms and stuff like that. And really wants to give it a crack into shearing. And I just see, knowing this kid, he's got a lot of future. He's a very likeable kid too. Like he's an old man's soul. Great comical value inside him as well, but also very well mannered and pleasant young fella. But anyway, moving forward, I was like, this young fella's going to need some mentors, and he's the type of kid that'll listen to everything they give him. So I actually reached out to Stewie Grigg and your father and introduced them yesterday morning. And this is where the story goes. So stand there, me and him, and I said, how you feeling, mate? And he's like, yeah, no worries. Like, just a real positive kid, right? So never saw a merino in his life. Stepping up into novice, which is entry level. 14 years of age, that. And he goes to me, he looks up on the board and he goes, what are those shearing plants? And I said, they're lifted, mate. They're brand new, like, they're an old brand. They've been around for years, been probably phased out a little bit, but everything's now the Evos. But he goes, what are they shear like? This is how he talks. And I'm like, yeah, no drama, mate. I said, they're all much and muches, fucking all good, mate, He's like, how many sheep do I shear? Like, he's just a frother. And I said, mate, you probably have two. Anyway, that's when I linked him up with Stewie and your dad. And, they sort of had a little bit of a yarn and that. And then your old boy, thankfully, jumped in the back of the pen with him. Anyway, he's the first cab off the rank in the first heat, this young fella, and he was 30 seconds into his sheep. And someone in the crowd goes, the machine's smoking. Looked up, and the brand new Evo was smoking out the top and on fire.
Lister, wasn't it?
Lister, sorry. Yeah, not Evo. Lister. Anyway, so they had to pull him out of gear and disconnect the power and make sure everything was safe. Old mate on stand 2 just kept shearing. He hadn't even knocked the belly off, the young fella, and he was struggling a bit. It's like he'd only short, your composite sort of stuff. And anyway, that would probably nearly shatter a kid. 14 years old, shearing against like an adult over there in the novice. Young 19, 20-year-old. Anyway, so they finally worked out what they were doing. They banged another plant up a bit later on, so he had a second run. His first sheep he struggled with, and that's okay to talk about that. He just continued on, and with your old boy in the back of the pen, assisted him, and at one stage pulled him out of gear and reset his feet, and it took a fair while for him to finish, this young fella, but show shearing, it's not all about the speed.
Well, that's it with the novice. They're not judged on their speed.
On their speed.
Quality,
So this is, and I don't think he was aware of any of this because this is the first show that he's ever experienced. And, he had his family there, and his dad made a joke at the start of the day. He goes, I hope he doesn't make the final, because he goes, I've got to go from here, which was Hamilton, and then drive to Camperdown for him to play footy. So they were hoping that, because they had to get going to footy, and he's a pretty handy footballer, this young fella. And, anyway, chipped away, got his second sheep out. He was red-faced, and he'd worked pretty hard on that first sheep, He just kept composure and listening to your dad, like giving him advice from the back of the pen, and, just kept chipping away. And then anyway, they did the presentations later on in the day, as they do, and the young fella had gone to footy. He actually got third.
Yeah, good.
Third. He was, and I think it actually made me so, well, I did. I got emotional in a sense, like I sort of swallowed that apple, because I thought, for a kid
especially
like
when
that.
You know the kid too.
Yeah, I know him, but it's just 14-year-old, you had the shearing plant bloody catched on fire, started smoking in your first event. You'd never ever seen a merino.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Probably incorrect setup with his combs and cutters and, everything like that. And for him just to keep his composure, and it went for, I don't know how long he's short for, but it was a long time. Do you know what I mean? So it was a period that he had to keep that composure. And he was real humble. He's like, all right, I'm off now, we're going to footy, and I've actually got his award at home on the bench, and I just can't wait to give that to him, because I just know that he'd be super, super excited. Yeah. It just made me feel real warm.
Yeah, that is a good news story, because, I've got probably a very similar story to Mace. I was about maybe same age, a little bit younger maybe, 12 or 13. I saw my first, so grew up in the shearing sheds, obviously, so a bit more experience than him at that age. But growing up, seeing Dad do it, so I'm always jumping on and shearing the last side or whatever, long blow. But I shore my first full sheep in the Warrnambool show.
Oh, yeah.
Back in when I was about, 10 or 12 or something.
Yep.
And we had to shear too. Crossbreds obviously different, so a lot easier to shear. But, yeah, I only got one done. I didn't do the two, but, so similar story. And then I fucking went on a couple of years later, like, I was not pumping my own tyres up, but I was like pretty much unbeatable in the intermediate and senior grades. And I, transitioned straight into the open class by the time I was 18 or 19. Like I was just, very lucky that I'd followed that, that scene from a young age. And Dad was pretty much standing over me with a fucking cow prodder to make sure I took every bit of wool off. So that's probably why I did so well in those younger grades, is because I'd learnt the right way. So, well done, Mace. That's awesome. If you listen to it, big fella, stick at it. And I'm more than happy to help you out, mate. We'll get you going for the Warrnambool show. We'll catch up. Once shearing kicks off again soon, once the season starts up, we'll get you fucking smashing those. Shouldn't swear at a 14-year-old kid. Get you smashing them crossbreds out, mate, and we'll get you ready for that novice competition, and you can start chasing your cousin Kai. Yeah, we'll get him ready to beat Kai, I reckon.
Yeah. Give him nothing against Kai, but all right, yeah. Well, give him a couple of years in sheep, this kid, and he's like motorbikes, like everything he puts his heart to, mate. He's just he just invests a lot. He's bought his own handpiece. Well,
I was just going to say, like, you spoke about, such a humble kid and whatever. It's his old man, like the great family, like you said. It's a great people.
Both mum and dad, great sportsmen.
And
sportsmanship between them both,
Sport aside, they're fucking workers.
Yeah, 100%.
So he's
100%.
He's obviously,
they're also the
chip off the block.
Both of them too. They're also the type of people. If if anyone rang them and said, "Hey mate, I need a spare tyre, can you run it 100 k's out the road?" They'd be like, "Yeah, right, hang on." And
absolutely.
Yeah,
so
just really nice.
So stick at it, mate. Congratulations on your third prize, mate, and it's only onwards and upwards from here. And
you did better than us when we were younger. They're only ribbons and shit when we were competing. You got $50 or something.
Yeah. Great work, mate. Awesome. That's a good start for the good news of the week. So obviously another new segment we've got this time round is Mif's mailbag.
Oh, here we go.
So,
like Sam's mailbag on the footy show.
Like Sammy's mailbag on the footy show. So, I mean, we can make it as R-rated.
I might have to get another drink. I'm on the soda waters here.
Yeah.
You want one?
Drinking piss? No, I've still got this one.
You double parked?
No, I'm right.
Shout out to Woolies for the old...
Woolies want to sponsor.
Yeah, they want to sponsor us the soda water.
So Mif's mailbag. So you can send us in questions, a funny yarn, debate settlers, whatever. What would you do in this situation? Questions, camp cook ideas, pictures, camp locations, or a challenge for us, whatever it may be. Absolutely anything. If you want inspiration, go back and look at the old footy show mailbags and stuff like that, and you send us in some shit like that. It doesn't really matter, but if you're a fucking musician, fucking write us a song or something, like just anything. Because, the more we can interact with you guys, the better it makes our pod, and hopefully the further we can take it. So
what do we got? What do you got? You got one? Or?
Yeah, I've got 3 anonymous ones. So I feel like these guys...
They better not be stitch-ups on me.
Well, these guys I don't think wanted to be their name off of, first up. They might maybe down the track.
Oh, yeah, you can come in anonymous.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can be anonymous.
I mean,
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But, so...
There'd be people in professional roles too now that won't want to let stuff go.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So, our first one that sort of got to me was... footy teammate of mine and an ex-colleague, or actually not an ex-colleague, I guess, worked at a different organisation. Cody Carter, he messaged in and just said, I need to talk about Creek Resis, and they're on their premiership defence and that sort of thing. And he's wrote in about Creek's form. Like Creek, obviously, we're going okay. We're dropped to second now, but we've lost the one game to Allensford. So they're probably going to be the team to beat. But Naranda are steaming home pretty hard too in the two. So
Big Benny Haddon's got you covered.
Yeah, me and Benny always have a good battle.
Yeah.
Benny's probably one that we could get on for a bit of a yarn, I reckon. He'd have some good yarns for us.
Wild. Played a bit of cricket with Benny.
Yeah, he's a good man, Benny. But yeah, he's been kicking a few bags of goals of late. But I think, yes, we're last year's premiers, but anyone can win it this year. Like I'd be very, I don't think it matters who we're going to come up against in the final. It's going to be a tough game because it's looking like we'll finish, unless we beat Allensford last game, we'll finish second and we'll play around the first week of finals. And I think the boys might have beat them by 3 or 4 points. We beat them easy the first time round, but they were fucking struggling for numbers. And then, as they always do early in the year, and they always storm home hard. So they've won some games of late by big margins, and Allensford are always a very good team all year. So we've got Allensford last game of the year in 2 weeks. But then again, South Rovers have getting a few players back. It looks like they might potentially knock Collegians out of that 5th spot. And Tim Boone always come hard come finals. So yeah, it's no one's sort of signed, sealed, delivered in that Resi's comp this year. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, we're probably the hunted. We're the team that everyone wants to beat, I guess, being last year's premiers. But hopefully we can do it again and I can sail off into the sunset and retire.
I've only got one game to play before I qualify for finals.
Yeah, we better do it.
Shout out to the Durnington boys sitting on the bottom of the ladder here.
Oh, that's all right, mate. We did. We mentioned everyone, locally knows that they've struggled this year and had to drop their senior boys, but the ones that are there are still showing up and having a battle. And we played 3 weeks ago, and a shit day, like piss and rain, muddy ground, but like they were one of the more competitive teams we've played all year. Like we beat them by 10 goals or something, but they fucking.
You're pretty lucky I had a rest week.
They tackle well. I needed you. I lined up at full back. I was waiting for the big boy to run out. But
mate, I would have ran straight through you. 10 minutes on the ground and I was off.
Up that end.
Yeah, bolt. Clicker and fall.
Yeah. And actually one of the other questions he'd put to me was, do guests drink beer on the pod? And I said, well, yeah, if they want to have a beer, they can fucking have a beer. So if there's any home brewers out there that want to sponsor a podcast, you fucking jump on board and our guests we'll promote your beer on our pod. Podge won't drink because he doesn't drink. I'll have a go at it.
I'll have a non-alcoholic.
Yeah, but if you've got any non-alcoholic beers or any home brewers, any fucking Carlton Draft want to sponsor, jump on board. We'll take it. But so yeah, brother, you can have a beer on the pod. We're having a fucking soda water, but it's a Monday night and got work tomorrow. So. But so that was Carter. So I appreciate, brother, for jumping in, getting the mailbag kicked off. But so I had another anonymous bit of mail here. So it's just it's just I guess it could go into the good news. Well, it's news essentially. There's the next two, I think. Yeah, the next two are news. But someone sent in. There was a 4 and 5 year old kids escaped from a kindergarten.
Seen it
through the fence, through the kindergarten fence. Walked to their family home over 2 k's away. Across train tracks,
watching cartoons,
busy highways. Entered through the doggy door.
Yeah,
and sat up on the couch watching cartoons. I found watching cartoons.
I see there was some footage on the news and that. They were just skipping down the street, like down in Preston or somewhere in Melbourne. And some old granny's like, oh,
that looks a bit odd.
Yeah, you just see on the footage point out. Yeah, they were just like, that's one thing I love about children.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking care in the world. No. And that's society. We're just, the older you get, you're paying bills, you're chasing tail, you're doing all that sort of stuff. You just look at the life in kids.
Yeah. I could picture Levi doing that.
They're just
he would find his way home easy.
What would have drove me as a kid? probably talking my age here, but like old Blinky Bill or something.
Yeah. Yeah, Blinky Bill's a good show.
Yeah, and
well, we
like strawberries and cream. You know the lollies. You know the ones that white with the.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Blinky Bill, like fucking showing our age.
I've been pretty blinky sometimes.
Yeah, me too. Friday night. The kids, can we watch a movie after tea, Dad? Yeah, no worries, bloody oath. Put your pajamas on, yep, sweet. Put Netflix on, Scooby-Doo popped up. Oh, can we watch that, Dad? Yeah, I'm like, yeah, fucking oath, we'll watch Scooby-Doo. I used to watch it all the time as a kid.
Loved the old Love Bus.
Yeah, and then...
Do you reckon Shaggy gave it, like...
Raggy?
What was her name? Raggy?
He would have had to, wouldn't he?
Delphine? What was her name?
I don't know. I can't remember their fucking names. I'm showing my age. I can't remember.
The red-headed bird.
But
I have to Google that.
Yeah, Google it. And our Saturday night, they wanted to watch another movie, so we sat down and watched The Sandlot Kids.
Oh,
yeah, fucking good.
Great.
Levi frothed it. He was cacking himself, fucking taking the piss out of Alfalfa. And he says to me, when Alfalfa gave old Delilah a kiss in the boat on the bridge, under the bridge, she patted his hair, his spike in his hair.
Yeah.
She patted it down, and when he kissed her, it popped back up. And I pissed myself laughing. And Levi's geezer. He followed me.
So we had Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, Fred Jones, Daphne, Blake, yeah, and Velma Dinky.
There you go.
Old, they sound like, allowed to say it?
That's right. And I was pissing myself laughing at that, and Katie's looking at me and she's like, what are you laughing at? And I said, Alfalfa's hair pricked up when he kissed Delilah. And she just looked at me going, you're a fuck.
There's lots of
she's like
adult comedy in
adult
kids'
comedy.
movies. Yeah.
I said, well, what happens when a boy kisses a girl? What pops up, Dale?
Text message?
So I thought that was quite funny. And Levi cacked himself.
Text message or what?
Well, ting. Yeah. So, it was pretty cool, the old fucking kids' movies on the weekend. But, I thought that was quite funny, the old kids fucking escaping kinder and going home to watch cartoons.
Beautiful.
And another anonymous one. So they told me to jump on so Johnny Charles on Instagram, right? So JONNY, look him up.
Hang on. Bear with me.
JONNY, Charles.
JONNY.
Charles on Instagram. So he's travelling Australia in his Corolla. He's heading up the Gibb Highway. He's selling coffees out of the back of his van to pay for his trip. And he's fucking crossing river crossings.
I followed this dude because he's got the fucking pool noodles. Yeah.
The snorkel. The snorkel made out of a fucking...
And he puts a tarp over the radiator and keep... Yeah.
So I thought that was a fucking cool thing too.
That's why when you said his name, I'm like, fucking sounds familiar.
So I've been following him as well. He's got some pretty cool videos on there, which makes me want to fucking hook up and travel up that way. Looks pretty cool.
He's got some pretty cool shit.
Yeah. So, Johnny Charles, jump on and follow him. JONNY Charles on Instagram. Travelling around Australia in his Corolla.
He's actually got the vacuum hose connected to the pool noodle. The pool noodle's the security to keep the vacuum hose up.
Yeah.
Like floating.
Yeah. I think he's an engineer, so he'd be all over that sort of stuff. But, yeah. And our last entry into Miff's mailbag is an anonymous voice message.
Right.
Yeah. So we obviously know who it is because we got the message, but
do we?
He wants to remain anonymous. Yeah.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah. Yeah, you know him. And you'll probably pick his voice.
Yeah. But let it rip.
He wanted to remain anonymous for...
security reasons.
For security reasons, exactly.
That's right. His missus might know the truth behind something.
So so this is a yarn that's been sent into to Miff's mailbag. So here it is.
Way, long time listener, boys. Absolutely loving what you are doing. I really love the whole helping out when a brother's down. I think you know who it is, but I'll keep a bit of a bloody mystery to my name. Big old Mr. X. Just appreciate you reaching out over the past couple of months about what's happening in my life. Anyway, I'm going to try and ring up and give you a few yarns to just chip in and do my bit, because as my old girl always tried to do, is just pay it forward anytime you can, and if I can help you with a bit of content, that's bloody no dramas. Anyway, as you know, the thing that happened in my life about a month ago blew me out the water, and it was a pretty upsetting time, but I have got some pretty funny uncles and some cousins that have got to deal with it. Anyway, my cousin was saying he's got his old man working for him at the moment in his contracting concreting business, and he always keeps him on the crew because he's a bit of a larrikin, and he just sort of keeps the team real nice and a bit of banter, and he's got 20 blokes working for him, and yeah, he always just says, Dad's always good. Like, everyone wakes up, they want to be in Dad's crew, and all Dad does is just barra cement, just talk shit, and steal people's shoes. And anyway, guys, there was this one time we were on this big, massive pour. So we had all 20 blokes there, and I looked over and I said, Dad, are you wearing my fucking singlet? And he's like, no, just don't worry about it, Daniel. Just don't worry about it. And he's like, Dad, is that my fucking singlet? He's like, Daniel, I've told you, do not worry about it. Let's just get this pour done. We'll sort it out after it. He's, Dad, that is 100% my fucking singlet, you dirty grub. Get it off. And he's like, Daniel, don't push it, mate. Just let me wear it. Anyway, he went up to take the singlet off him, and he's like, Daniel, do not take this singlet off me. I had a wank in the fucking shower this morning with all the blokes in the apartment. All I could find was your singlet. And so I could be a good dad, I didn't want you to wear it, so I'm fucking wearing it. He's like, you're fucked, Dad. You are absolutely fucked. And he goes, no, I was this horny, mate. So anyway, bit of a yarn, pretty fucking funny. I hope it made people laugh. Yeah, I'll check in next time. Love you, boys. Bye.
Oh, love you, Mr. X. I know who that is.
Yeah.
Reading like a book.
Thanks, Mr. X. That was a fucking good yarn.
Fuck. And yeah, look, I've known that fella, I think, well, yeah, for a fair period of my life, and his family, you know, like, and yeah, they are the people they'll help out, as you said about his mother paying it forward. Yeah, shout out to Nanny Di. Whoop, just half gave away, but
yeah.
You know, like, yeah, I've had so many good moments with both him and his brother.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, he's a good man, and we had a really good chat today. And, yeah, fucking been doing it tough, but he showed you a couple of yarns earlier too that he'd sent me, fucking pretty funny, but he just always finds a way to make someone laugh. And, yeah, that's what we need in times like this. And he's definitely one of those blokes that would fucking take his shirt off his back to help you out. Like you said, if you needed a spare tyre, fucking he'd drive anywhere to fucking help you out. So, and he's been one that's always been asking, you know, like he's been getting a lot out of our early pods, like he fucking, you know, doing the job he does, you know, massive hours away from home and away from the family. So he loves listening to us, and I think he knows a lot of the things or people that we talk about, and he connects with us, so he gets a lot out of sitting up and listening to us. So appreciate the mail, mate, and look forward to the next yarn, because yeah, that was a good one. That was the first time Podge had heard it. Podge hadn't heard it. I had to listen obviously before we put it up, but yeah, awesome yarn. But going on from one yarn to another, we're on to Podge's yarn of the week. Have you got a good yarn for us?
I've got a good yarn.
Yeah, you've got plenty of good yarns, and I know this is one segment that people are probably like, why does he fucking put it so late in the pod? Because I know this is one they hang around for.
Well, fucking hell, and this just popped into my head right then. Like, I honestly haven't ever thought of it. I did have another yarn I was going to talk about tonight. I don't know why I was thinking about it, but I was just like, I think I was laughing about fucked up shit and just, you know, shit like that. But
I look forward to these too.
Yeah,
I do.
Well, all right, so
I don't know half of them. I've heard a few, but I don't know.
I don't know if you would have. Oh,
Hit me.
Yeah, I always tell a good fucking story. I probably would have shared this too. Recently, over summer, working in the shearing sheds, I'm going to keep these guys anonymous as well. So we're doing a fair, myself, I was doing a lot of camp out and stuff like that. You know, I had to chase a bit of work, and I was one contract where I'd been working had ended pretty abruptly. So I was without fucking work. I had 2 weeks to find work, and it was a week before Christmas. So I was like, I was scared. So I went back to my roots and just jumped in on the broom. But started working, in a team, and very positive team. Really. It's a good mindset on everyone and all that. It was great environment.
Give them a shout out. They're a good crew.
Yeah, so the A team down there, Geelong, but
they're a great
probably
team.
more the ganger used to run this one. Robbie just sits back, rubbing his hands together in the cash. But like shout out to Matty. So he, a young fella that stepped in the sheds when he was really young when we were 16, working in there, and fucking still connected to him really well these days. And he actually is. I treat him like family. We hadn't spoke for a fair period because life gets busy, but then I think it was like first night in the camp out, fucking cooking him tea and that, and with the dream team was back.
Yeah.
But anyway, we had this lad that was on the press. So for people that don't know what the pressing is, so it's a part where the wool goes into the wool packs pretty much. You got the hydraulic press, and he like fucking has to be off his tree. This lad, like, just I don't know. Not substances or anything, just completely off his tree. And it was just this one shed that I was like, fucking, what's this bloke doing? Like, if you know how sometimes you can see the pressure a lot, the teams around, all that sort of stuff. This was sort of the board. It was a real little tight board, so majority work up here, down there, get down. Class, I was getting real fucking peeved off actually. He's like, oh, can you get over and help the presser out? Do this, do that, which is normal part of the job. I'm like, where's the fucking presser? Oh, he's out probably rolling a rollie or something. I'm like, mate, I'm doing his fucking job plus mine. Anyway, that's not the funny part, right? So there was one night I was leaving and I looked over and, he pressed your bales to 180 kilos, 185, depends what the farmer wants them at, he's fucking pulling wool out of it. And we were meant to walk out of the shed. So at this point, I was actually travelling from his shed home. It was a fair distance, but there was just no quarters on offer, and it was like I didn't want to be going back the other way on the bus. Yeah. He was on the bus going back, Geelong way with the crew. At the end of the day when you check out, it's like, fuck, let's get in the car, get home. You got shit doing to get home and that too. But so I was looking at him and he's pulling fucking wool out, and I'm like, I said to him, what are you doing, man? The wool's meant to go in. And wool's like at 180 kilos. Like, it's fucking go back. Like, you can't get it. And he's like, just like shaking his head at me and that. And then, so I found out that he'd pressed the strap, like, the strap that holds the pack in.
Yeah.
He'd pressed that in early. So when he was putting the pack in, it fell in, but he forgot to get it out. So it was right at the bottom of the bale. He would have been better off just take the bale out and cut the bale and re-go that way. But so the next day he rocked up and he was there and, he'd done that. But this is no joke, right? So he had his little finger, right, and he's bandaged it all up. And I'm like, what's the go there, man? And he's like, my missus slipped with the knife last night. And I'm like, what do you mean slipped with the knife? And he goes, we were mucking around and she waved the knife at me and I put my hand up and cut my little finger. And it was a fucking hospital job, man. Yeah, needed stitches. It diminished all that. So he's fucking, and he's got the little, like, cut a glove finger off and got that overprotected it, keeping it clean. That's all good. The next morning we rock up to work, right? And this is where the fuck I'm like, fuck off. So he's there, like, we fucking rock up and shearers get their gear set and that, and I'm just getting a few bales set up and I'm watching him and he's walking around and he's literally, so bear in mind, the day before, the little finger had been gashed by the missus marking around with the knife, right? So probably should have went to the hospital, got a couple of stitches, bit of super glue, whatever, who cares? He's there and he's fucking got the little finger all cock-sparrowed out because it's obviously sore. And he's walking around, he's fucking like strapping this up with tape like his ring finger. Oh, I think that would, do you call that the ring finger?
Yeah, ring finger. Well, yeah, you would.
Oh, the fucking whatever, the right hand.
On the other hand.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, someone will bloody write in about that. That'd be incorrect. And he's strapping that up with the tape and that, and I'm sort of watching him, and this one's all cocked out because it's sore and it's cut. And then he's like, he comes over to me and he's like, can you put the glove on that, please? And he's got that finger out, the ring finger, but this one's still cocked out with the cut on it. And I put the glove over the ring finger for him, right? And then he tapes the glove on. And then he goes, oh, fuck. And I said,
oh, no.
I said, what's wrong, man? He goes, oh, I've just taped up the wrong finger. And I was like, what the fuck? Are you telling me, man, like, nearly cut his knuckle off. This is how deep the cut was. That's all cocked out. You telling me that?
So I don't know. He must have fucking lost feeling in that finger or something and thought it was that cunt that was sore.
I think the cunt lost feeling in his brain. I don't know, man. Like, for that 15 minutes watching him tape up his finger, I'm like, he's taping the wrong finger. Like, I was confused.
Yeah, well, because he'd taped it a couple of days before that, the 2 days leading into that.
And I'm like, but I was watching it because I could see the cut on this finger. And then he taped it, and then he was late, and he couldn't keep up with the wall to press at the start because he was still taped up the little finger. So anyway, that's
probably still doing his job fucking day 3.
Yeah, in due respect to the young fellow, he gave it the best, and he does work well within a team. But yeah, I think, I don't know, I was probably having questioning myself, like I've been on the acid, like making sure I've done the, like am I saying what I'm saying here? You know, it was all happening, but yeah. That's probably yarn of the week.
Yarn of the week, no, good one. So yeah, obviously everyone looks forward to those, so there'll be plenty more of them to come. So yeah, that moves us on to another new segment that I've sort of come up with, and this one, it's called Good Bugger of the Week. So this is another one we want our listeners to interact with, and it's just like it could be nominated, obviously by the listeners. We might have a nomination, and it could be just like you got an awesome neighbour that done something for you, a tradie that fucking helped you out, or a family member that did something good for you, someone in the community member that's doing good things, a volunteer at a club, whatever it may be. It could be anyone, that's done absolutely anything for you, for community, for whatever it may be. There's no real, what's the word for that? Protocols. There's no real protocols you have to adhere to be a good borough of the week. You could nominate someone for fucking ringing you up and checking in and asking if you're all right. So yeah, just if you've got someone, send it in. So I haven't, honestly, I've had that much shit going on this week that I didn't even think of one for myself for this week.
You'd be able to think of one? Last one.
Yeah. Oh shit, yeah, there would be one for sure. Let me think. I've had plenty this week. Plenty of people. I'm not going to name them. I've had quite a few people ring and reach out in the last few weeks, checking in, making sure I'm all right. So that goes out to all you guys. You know who you are. But with the good bugger of the week, we want to try as we get going. Obviously, get some things organised and whatever. If we can, try track down someone that's willing to chuck in a voucher or something, or once we get our merch up and going, we'll send our good bugger of the week a merch item, whatever that may be. So that's just a segment that I'd love to get up and going because it just identifies people, another positive thing that's going on in people's lives and locally for us. Doesn't have to be local. You could listen from Queensland or America or New Zealand and have a good bugger. We'll send over a bit of merch or something once we've got it up and going. So that's one of the last of our new segments. So can you think of anyone?
Oh yeah, he put me on the spot there. Half day.
Just for the record too, Podge doesn't really do much we've got fucking that much.
Fuck all.
No, in terms of like preparation and stuff. But we don't want to be scripted and fucking reading off a book all the time either. So, I've just got this in front of me for just to get the first one out of the way. But once we get going, we'll have all that pretty much flowing nicely. But I'm gonna just go back and have a quick look because I have got a couple one that I'll reach out to. I'm going to. Do you know what? I'm going to give a shout out to a couple people. So, and these guys I'm not friends with or familiar with really, but since I've been posting recently. So Nick Salmon, and I know Nick will listen to this.
Fucking pig hunter, Southwest Swine.
Yeah, I don't know Nick.
Yeah, I do.
I don't think. I might, but
he's cousins with Todd and Louis Henry.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, so that'd be the one.
That's him.
So Nick, been a fucking good man over the last few weeks. Like every post I put up, he's liking or commenting on, but he's just sends random messages checking in, mate. Hey bro, you going all right? Like fucking, how you going? Love what you're doing. So you're a good bugger, brother. Love and really appreciate the messages.
Keep the pests down in the southwest as well.
So and very open about his own stuff as well. And another one is a guy, and this fella, you spoke to him a little bit, and I've sort of Matty Ould from our footy club, coaches our under-18 boys. We got him across this year, and Oldie's same thing. He's always checking in and how you going, mate? What's going on? Fucking how you been? Sort of thing. So appreciate those two lads that have checked in and sort of always asked how I'm going and whatever, and likewise to them. So
I've got
they're probably my two good buggers for this week.
I've got one too. He's obviously been around the socials and followed. Keeps checking in. I suppose you've not shy of it, but you've had a bit of a journey over the last probably couple of months, and each day I don't even know if you've family know each other or whether you know him yourself or whatnot, but or whether he just purely follows you on the page or follows grounded. I'm not quite sure. Mark Stewart. Do you know Mark Stewart?
I went to school with Mark. Yeah.
No, different one. Older boy. So you're talking Ross? No.
Oh no, Ross.
Yeah. So originally from out Framlingham, dairy farmers, lives out Winslow way now. Gardener. I actually think he probably just tunes in,
Yeah, mate. There's that many people that.
But he's always checking in.
Yeah,
and I'll give him good bugger of the week. He's experienced a little bit of stuff, through a sporting community at the moment. That probably most normal people would just pack up ship and walk. But he keeps chipping away, and he's there. He's actually. He's involved in that sporting community. Don't want to give too much away. Just keep showing up each week. Positive mindset, no matter there's been some shit berries thrown at him and towards his family. And as I said, most people would pack up ship and be like, fuck this, I'm out, but just keeps rocking up because committed at the start of the season, and he's never let those shit berries affect his performance through that sporting club as well. Like, not in the playing aspect, but in the mentoring, and just rallying around, keeping that positive vibe happening through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually been asking on a weekly basis, like, how you been going and when's the next podcast and stuff like that.
Good.
So he might even listen to it. I don't know, but it's just a good dude too. Like, I mean, been a big support of mine too with my coaching journey, and it's not coming pissing in my bloody shoes and let me float away, you know.
Yeah.
He just comes up and he's like, "Oh, the boys are going well," and he just keeps a check in on you, and just good dude.
Yeah.
Love him around the club.
Nah, good mate. That's So to Mark, Nick, and Aldi, appreciate all the messages. Keep them coming because you wake up or you get a message from anyone, or even whether it's face to face. We appreciate it. It makes your day. So stick at it, and we send love to you fellas. So that's our good bugger of the week. That we'll probably have maybe one each, or if people send one in, even better. So we can have a few. So we'll see how we go. If you send one in, maybe give us a bit of a spiel as to what it's for, or what how they've supported you or supported community or whatever, and we can maybe pick one a week that we can send some love and something out to once we've got it all sorted. That's getting towards the end now. But we've covered a lot of stuff. So I think we've achieved what we wanted to there. But if there's anything that like the listeners want to hear, fucking let us have it. Like we're open to absolutely anything. We're, like I said earlier in the pod, pretty keen to get out. I've got a bit of a list there. Pretty keen to get out and do some shit and get some vlogging done. And I think I wrote a note there at one stage that do some silly shit like fucking go to a rodeo or go over to fucking Woodalls and jump on a bull or something and video it. Like just do
Probably
something.
get that organised for you.
Oh, we could do that.
No, you
too. But
the bull wouldn't carry me out.
But just shit that.
What about the alpha blokes? They got a bull. They can fucking put you on that.
It got ridden for the first time, I think, in Sydney this weekend.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
They put a bit of money into that. You buy them like a racehorse now.
Yeah. We should look into one.
No way.
Give the go. Follow it around.
Fuck
Woodall, on the Woodall circuit. There's a fellow I used to cheer for in Rossi Jackson in Moyston. Had a rodeo bull.
Yeah.
Fucking absolutely fucked up someone here in Warrnambool one year. I've got a video of it. I might put it up if I can find it.
Yeah, we're probably better off to buy a yabby for a yabby race or something.
Yeah.
Well, paint him up in the ground and wave.
Speaking of the alpha blokes, they've got a horse named Yabby fucking something, Yabby Pod or I don't know. And a cold brew, the other horse, that's a fucking good horse, I reckon.
Yeah.
Anyway. But anything you want to see or hear, send it in because we're open to absolutely anything. What?
I was just thinking about the yarn from old mate earlier. The other one.
Yeah.
About trimming the dogs.
We won't.
No, we can't do that.
We're, like I said, I've mentioned merch and stuff of late. We're not really in a position to go out and buy some straight away just yet. We're thinking I've sort of been thinking of potentially putting some packages together where people can jump on board as supporters of the pod and maybe help us as sort of founding merch sponsors and stuff like that. So we'll see where that goes, see if it's something that's realistic and could happen. But as I said, we're not really. We want to get this up and going before we start throwing any extraordinary ideas out there. That's sort of us. Get your mail into the mailbag, get your good bugger nominations in, and thanks for listening. Thanks for what are we now? Nearly 9:20 on Monday night, Podge. Thanks for taking time out of your night.
Got an early start in the morning too.
Yeah,
Ooh.
have you? Yeah. We had good pulled pork rolls for dinner. And
they were nice.
Stuff like that. So we always make it a family affair when we do this, don't we?
Family dinner.
Big girl's gone home with Cobes and Katie's probably in bed too. So,
yep.
Well, but that's it. That's it for the first pod back. So, thanks for listening. And just remember, check on your mates, have the yarn and share the load. So, good on you. Cheers.
Thanks.